Hey folks, had to read the comments about the drones in my last video. Let me talk about this for a second. I've made several videos now, and the one I made originally way back about UFOs. Just like anybody else, when I was young, and I don't want to give my age on here, but when I was young, that was like the topic. That was the topic. And nothing's changed. So every decade or so, they'll drop something in the news to get people excited again. That's how governments work, folks. Okay? Some folks may know I have a background in science and chemistry. Okay, I went to school for chemistry. And as I've said in other videos, 99.9% of the things can be explained. Okay? So, folks talking about these orbs. So, this last video mentioned the orbs, and I put them in quotes and said, I will address orbs in another video. So, I'm not going to get all into the science of it tonight, but I'll just say this briefly. And I said this before. Folks that know. Nature has a lot of anomalies that we are still trying to figure out. But we do know about plasma spheres that can happen in different ways on the science level. Whether we're talking about uncharged ions, different ways. Then you have balls of lightning. You guys know that they're balls of lightning? So I'm going to address this and then I'm going to bed. Someone pointed me in the direction of a video that showed a plasma sphere. I don't call them orbs. A plasma sphere, which they do exist. And it appeared to show, because of course I don't know, but it appeared to show, and they were saying that a drone was headed in the direction of this plasma sphere. And when it got close, it just dropped out of the sky. So people want to believe that things are extraterrestrial. They want, like I said, when I was a child, I believed it. Let me preface this, and I've said this in other videos. Do I believe that there's intelligent life outside of Earth, this world that we know? And I said, and I'll say it again, absolutely, without question, okay? However, as I said in the other video, for extraterrestrials that we only can imagine in our wildest imagination, and that's all we can do is imagine what that would look like. We can only imagine. And so we're very gifted as human beings, as a species. We're very gifted at creating what we want to believe. And so Hollywood kicked that off a long time ago by making them look like what had the oval eyes, jet black and real skinny. They did that. You guys ever see Star Wars? Remember Star Wars back in the day? All those, they went into the bar and all those different. It's probably like that. Seriously, they come in all forms, sizes. We couldn't even imagine. Also, I'm gonna try and I'm not gonna make this too scientific, but a lot of it has to do with gravity on wherever they're coming from to make the species the shapes that they are, because they have to adapt to their own environment where they are, as we have adapted here as a human species. I don't want to go too far. Let me get back to the drone going up to this plasma sphere. So yes, I saw it. It went up. It appeared to hit it and then it dropped straight down. Why is that? How about when you hear someone say, yes, there's balls of lightning, that they do exist. So when you think of lightning, what do you think of when you hear lightning? Electrocution, right? Do we think of that, folks, class? So it got close, dropped. So drones are made up of what? Drones fly with what, folks? Batteries, right? Batteries. So if that battery gets close to an electrical charge like a ball of lightning, what do you think is going to happen? It's either going to explode or it's not even going to be able to get that close to a ball of lightning because of such a charge, and it's just going to drop. You know what I typed in tonight before I get off here? I typed in chemist, and I typed it into ChatGPT. So I want you guys to do the same as a homework assignment. Type in chemistry, chemist, knowledge base. Just type that and just see what pops up. I did it, but I want you to do it for yourself and see what it pops up. And the reason that I say that, I remember when I started at university. I went to University of Maryland, College Park. And I remember our first day, it was in inorganic chemistry. I can't remember the number, 10, I can't remember the number. But it was introduction to chemistry. And I'll never forget this. I never will forget this. The professor says that all of you guys in here, all of you guys are life science majors, chemistry. And so from this day forward, you're going to call yourself a chemist. And being a chemist, you have base knowledge of everything in life. And I'll never forget that. And I've carried that. And I carry it as almost like a badge. Now, it doesn't mean I know everything. I'm here to tell you, I don't. I learn something every single day. Every single day I learn something. So when I come on here, I try to, and not just from a science point of view, just from a life point of view. I'm an old man. So I try to come on here just based on life experience, right? And my background in science. And I try to put it all together. And remember, if you don't know, folks that go to school for chemistry, we not only take chemistry, we take physics, and I'm not just physics 1, physics 2, physics 1 lab, physics 2 lab. We take the hardest of all the chemistry courses, PChem, which stands for physical chemistry. Physical chemistry 1, physical chemistry 2. Full disclosure, I failed. I had to take them again. That's how hard that shit is. Okay? Mathematics, calculus 1, calculus 2. Calculus 3 we don't have to take because that's DiffEq, differential equations. So we take calculus 1, calculus 2. So I'm not trying to brag or boast. I'm just saying that, and that's just some of the course. That's just some of the courses. We take statistics. I mean, just a whole biology 1, biology 2, organic chemistry 1, organic chemistry 2. We take a whole host of instrumental analysis equipment, whole course just on instruments, right? So I come on here to try to help folks. That's it. I'm just trying to help folks. And I'm trying, particularly with this drone situation, because I got dragged into this, by the way. I got dragged into this. What do you think about that, Solo? Maybe because they saw the chemist thing up there. Anyway, plasma spheres. Plasma. It happens. Not just, and I even looked it up myself some more tonight. They come in all shapes and sizes, but mostly spheres. Okay, I'm definitely going to get off of here with this. The reason they're shaped like spheres, like basketballs, is because of gravity and the electromagnetic field that's around the Earth. I.e., when you look out into space, when you look at the sun, what shape is the sun? It's a sphere. What are the shapes of the planets? They're spheres that have to do with gravity and the electromagnetic field around those planets and the stars. Our sun is a star. See you guys in another video. Take care of yourselves.